Hello, hello. Good evening, afternoon, midday, half a day, night, whatever, wherever or whenever you are. I just oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Okay, wait. And we are live, guys. We are live.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Second Breakfast Club, also known in two other names everywhere else. Today we won't be joined by Jade, as they are at MCM London having fun without us. And one really special person here at this imaginary table has a very special day. It's our one and only David, and it's his birthday. Oh my god, I can't.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, David.
Happy
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Well, yeah, you only have so many birthdays in your life.
Like two.
This one might be your last.
Exactly.
You live hard, you play hard.
Right.
That's all you can ask for.
And you know what? If I'm right, we need to play this at your funeral, because I'm a mind reader.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
That works for me.
Why not?
I will add the stipulation that it will not be in the case that you murder me, because you cannot make your own predictions come true through.
So
Okay, Mike, we have to replan everything, it seems.
Man, okay, well, I guess there's no point in it now. I guess you can live forever.
I appreciate it. That was the only way I was gonna die.
We all know you're a Highlander.
So you are too? Is that what it is?
I mean, isn't
Giving
it
yourself away?
All right. So, does anybody want to do the rundown, or do we want to just go ahead and jump on in?
I think Tom should do the rundown.
What? Again? Did I do it last time? I think I did it last time.
I can do it. I can do it. I just wanted to know if anybody wanted that sweet DM inspiration die.
Last time.
I can do it if other people. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no.
Second
Breakfast Club. We went to the arena, and when we got there, after waiting for everyone else.
This is why.
We discovered, as the town was saying, that there will be a wagon and a dwarf fighting each other. It was a jolly event, which has been visited by the one and only, the magical and what's the name of the guy that took over for the king?
Oh, Hugoth?
Hugoth, yeah,
Fish
that
face.
guy. He's like lit, guys, like he's so
He's
cool.
real lit.
Not cool, he's lit. Yeah, lit. He's on fire.
He's on fleek.
So after everyone finally got there, yeah, we the fight started. The dwarf was a little wuss, didn't want to go in. Before the dragon, we figured out, was hurt, didn't have eyes, and like the wings were all fucked up or something. So Joron went over and healed the dragon to have at least one eye. went back, was like, woo when everyone was boo, and was like boo when everyone was like woo, and they didn't like that. And oh yeah, Curiosity and the bitchy one, oh Tosha, they figured out that the dwarf is like not a friend, but like someone they know, like a good person. Good. So and we were like, oh, we need to save like Amy and like some other people. Woo, we're gonna go cause some ruckus. That's kind of natural. And so after the fight started, after like some, I think Joran was like yelling at the dwarf or something, Curiosity and Carrick, I believe, went into this dungeony part of this place that basically the prisoners would be taken out and then would fight on this pit. So they went in, and Curiosity was like, oh, look at that door, it's a really nice door, you know, I'm so curious, I want to go through it. And after checking for traps and like unlocking it, there was a trap. They got burst out somewhere up high and were falling for the rest of the session. So Tosha then was like, oh, I'm kind of bored. Fuck Joran, let's go in. And she went after Carrick, and they found the prisoners and were like, oh, we can only just save couple. Oh, I want to save everyone. Oh, but I can just save couple. Oh, so they saved couple. And Joran, like, who was it? The dwarf. Oh, the dwarf got eaten by the dragon. Like, big fairy, just gone. And then Joran went into the arena, like wrestled the dragon, and got into this argument with the dragon, like, oh, we need to get out of there, but ego. No, we have to get out of there, but dragon ego. And yeah, after
let go my ego.
After some talking, some taunting, some dismemberment talks, Hugo was like, oh, ciao, bye, I'm out of here. We saved the dragon, everyone went back, we saved some of the people, and then Carrick, being his magical self, poofed us out of there into the Dragon City up north. Oh, and Curiosity survived. Their wings just up. Oh, and after all of that, the dragon turned into a sexy. What's my nose? Changed into a hot lady Eladrin with tight blue scales. Hoit. And walked away, because that's what you do when you're hot.
That's why Tasha always leaves Joran behind.
Because he's too humble to walk away.
Ha! Nice turnaround.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that was it. That's the session.
Well, that was highly accurate.
Except for the succubus and the deck of many things.
Oh, and Tosha pulled out a thing out of a thing, because that's what she does. Just pulls out things whenever, like, I don't care. I don't care. You can see it. I'm just gonna pull it out. And she got a sword, because of course it had to be phallic, and it was a magical sword. Nonchalant drinking of coffee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's just comically loud drinking of coffee, actually.
Comically nonchalant drinking of coffee.
You guys talk amongst yourself while I eat my soup.
All right. So yeah, no, that's accurate. We ended inside of the Rookery.
Yeah, we're no rookies. Yeah, jokes.
Did I write down that it's called the Rookery? I don't think I did. I should do that.
So yes, you're all standing next to the dragon's breeding pool.
That's right.
Where do you want to go from here?
So we kind of familiar enough with this area. Can we take them back to where we had been camping? Because
to
it's
our
only been
old camp.
a few months since we've been there, right?
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So the inside of the Rookery is, I won't say sweltering hot, but it's like it's the humidity of like a jungle.
Okay.
It is warm, and the city that fills the inside of this place is massive in scale. Though a lot of it has been demolished by the dragons moving in. Because the buildings that are all here were originally erected by the elves, as this was originally the elven capital. Yes?
What?
You said erected.
Right, okay. Anyway, so the elven city still stands for the most part, but the dragons really don't care about the buildings. So it's from time to time, more of them just get kind of demolished. So the buildings that stand are in immaculate condition, though sort of misused, unused. The ones that are not are almost completely stomped into rubble. There's a honeycomb of tunnels on all sides of the inside of this dome that surrounds the Rookery that digs deep into the mountains around the frozen north. Inside all of these is where the dragons have created their own individual nests, and there are areas that are off limits to you that you would remember that were specifically for the raising of their eggs and things like that. The dragons tend to stay in their own area, blue with blue, red with red, things like that, because they tend to get along better with their own kind. But they are free to move about in here. It's almost as though this place, because of what it is sort of a neutral standing ground for them. So you want to backtrack to where you had made camp the last time you were here?
Yeah, just since we know it's a safe area.
Okay. You make your way to the western side of the Rookery, where there's a 3-story building, and the front door to which is still left open from when you left before.
Okay. Well, just go in. I'll kind of keep an eye out for if anything seems off, but I'm not expecting there to be anything wrong.
Okay. You make your way inside, and it's still about as dusty as you left it. The place that you had cleared out so that you could sort of make camp. All of the signs of you being there are still there. Nothing appears to have been touched.
So yeah, I'll go over to where I had set up my stuff previously and just start unpacking my bedroll and stuff.
Yep. That's totally cool. Inside of this building, on the ground floor, there is a living room and a kitchen and a sort of a makeshift study. There's a desk and a table and a lamp, things like that. Then there's a set of stairs that goes up to the second floor, and on the second floor it is bedrooms. There are 5 bedrooms. Each one of them is laid out in a different sort of style, but there is in 3 of the 5 bedrooms there are mattresses that appear to have been unused in quite a while but are still in good sort of working order, and then 2 of them that look as though the mattresses have been eaten through by weevils of some kind, just for lack of use. There's another stairwell that takes you up to the 3rd floor, and the 3rd floor is a large observatory. The roof of this place is all made out of green glass, and there's a telescope in the observatory that allows you to look out into the city. It is decorated very posh up here. Lots of leather, lots of books have been collected, scrolls have been collected up in here. There's a globe that has the whole world on it. And you find that there are a few provisions up here. Not like rations, but you find there's a bottle of really expensive alcohol and some crystal goblets. There's a box that is filled with cigars. There's a small jar that is filled with pickled nuts of some kind. And there's a silver tray that is covered in various different pocket change, coins from all over the world.
Like up to date?
I think the previous or the newest coin that you would find on there is a commemorative coin for the founding of the city of Amalur, which happened 3,000 years ago.
Okay. Just kind of look over at Jorn and go, you know, I can't believe we forgot to take this stuff with us. I mean, especially the booze there.
Oh, I don't drink.
That's probably we didn't take this stuff with us. I'm remembering that now. All right, so.
But I can like it if you.
Oh no, that's all right. I'll just we'll before we leave, I'll put it in my bag of holding. We're with people that drink now, so.
Okay. I drink. I just don't drink alcohol.
I figured as much. So.
Cool.
So,
Did they
is there
still
any
say cool?
seating up
Seating?
here? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are several like large leather-bound chairs that appear to be stuffed with down, and they have animal skins that have been draped over them in order to make them even more plush. There's a chaise lounge as well that is decorated in quite the same fashion. And then there's a small bar top that sits probably about 5 feet tall and has 2 chairs that are of appropriate size to sit beside it.
All right. They're like adequate like little coffee tables and whatnot around the lounge seating for us to drink there if we
Oh,
wanted to.
absolutely. Yeah, you could sit up there and drink and smoke cigars and hang out and talk about life and the way things are going.
So yeah, I'll grab some of the crystal goblets and and the booze and start going over towards the lounge area.
Okay, great.
I go.
Anything else?
I go check on
Yeah.
Amy.
Okay, cool. Amy has found herself to a bedroom and is not just unpacking, but taking off her armor in order to sort of just breathe easy.
I walk in and I immediately go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I kind of turn around.
Joran, it's fine. I'm wearing clothes. It's just on.
Oh, okay. You scared me there for a little bit. Hey.
Some days, you are just the best kind of person. Other days, I wonder how you've made it this far.
You're not the first one who told me that.
I owe you my life. Again.
One day, you'll make it easy.
So, what are we going to do from here?
They need to plan more. I know. Planning a lot. But after that, do stuff and finally maybe stop planning. Yeah.
It would be good to get our hands dirty again.
Yeah. Kind of need to clean them. Kind of dirty. Yeah. We might.
She takes you by the hand and leads you over to sit you down on the bed, and gets a cloth from her bag and begins to clean your hands off.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they we're gonna go to the Vale because there's like fruit we need to save. There's you heard it. There's the drag college, the skeleton dragon. Yeah, there's like a bad guy in MLR. No, wait, there's two. No, more. There's a lot of bad guys in MLR. There's like a war coming, I think. Some of the what's the name of my country?
Pretoria.
Pretoria. Some of the Praetorian army is marching on MLR. I kind of want to like sit down with them, maybe have a tea or a coffee or a cake. They really like cakes there. Yeah. So we might fight in a bit.
Well, whatever you think we need to do, you know I'm there with you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. She lays a hand up against your cheek.
You clean your hands?
There are things about this world I had no idea about when we entered into it. And you have done such good for me to make this life as easy as it can be for someone on the road. You're so good, Joran.
Don't sweat it. It's okay.
She leans in and kisses you.
Where?
On the lips.
I like. Okay. That was and I start standing up. That was didn't expect that. I'll Um,
I'm
um,
sorry. I didn't.
a bite, and I turn around and walk away.
Joran, no, wait. Oh. Hmm. So where are you going now?
Uh, um, just outside. Just
Okay.
lean against the wall and look at stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for a walk.
All right. So, Tasha, what are you doing?
You're muted.
Drawing hearts around a phrase saying Amy kissed Joran.
That's gonna be a fun one when Jade watches the stream.
Oh yeah. So we're in this area. I guess I'm gonna set up my bedroll and everything, and I'm gonna as I'm like preparing everything, and I see Curiosity off to the side, who is also making her way to fall after the fuck they've had. Where's Carrick again?
Carrick is on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor.
I'm in the observatory, pouring booze.
All right.
In a lounge.
So I still wait.
To boost the morale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the alcohol that's up there tastes a little bit like scotch mixed with charcoal.
Mm.
It is a ruddy, dark, hard beverage that as it flows down your throat, it warms you from the inside and gives you the effect of spending 1 hit die.
All right. Well, I don't need that, so I might cap. That might be a let's save these for later. Okay. Yeah, so I will restopper the liquor and put it in the bag of holding, and then just take out a nice bottle of elven wine. And
excellent. So, what is Tasha doing then?
So, I'm gonna find Carrick.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. The observatory is one open floor with just a whole bunch of decorations in order to make it a good place to sort of conduct business, hang out in, lounge, read, study, that kind of thing.
Would I know roundabouts what time of day it is?
It's hard to tell from inside of the dome, because inside of the dome of the Rookery, it never gets dark. So unless you have a way to sense time, it's hard to say. You know that when you left Amalar, that it was just about nightfall.
Okay. And would I know in terms of would I know where the Rookery is on the planet?
You have no idea where you are in the world.
Fair. Now here's another question.
Yeah.
Based on the time it was in Amalar, what would I know what time it would be in the Vale and in Jatet?
You wouldn't know down to the hour, but you would know that in the Vale it is likely already nightfall, and in Jatet it is probably like the very early hours of the morning.
Very early, like 4 or 5 a.m.?
Like 3 to 4 a.m.
Good. Great. Perfect. Perfect. As I find Carrick, I'm going to walk up to him. Hey, Carrick.
Yeah.
So, quick note. I'm about to tell you about something that I've learned how to do, and I'm going to say that I do have one use that is a priority, but I can use it 2 more times. 1 more time for a bit. It is a way to enter someone's dreams. So if there's anyone we need to contact when they're asleep, I can contact them. If you can think of any. I'm thinking, aside from the person that I'm going to contact, I want to see if I can contact Palm.
Contact. Is that
Pomegranate.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean that seems like a good idea. We know that Leon's after him, so if we can warn him, might as well. Maybe it'll wake him up even if he...
Huh. I didn't think about that. All right. Yeah, I just need to make sure that it's actually that it's a time of night where people would be asleep. Which some places it is. I need to go activate this now, but in about an hour's time I can do it 3 more times. So
just kind of before we're going to sleep or anything like that, kind of planned for next couple of days. I don't have much I can do tonight. I got a very limited amount of spell casting I can do. I can identify that sword for you or anything else.
Yes. And I bring out the sword and I hold it out to him.
Okay, great. So you have identify?
Yeah, I will ritual cast it, so I'll bring out my spell books.
Okay,
so
great.
Take 10 minutes.
I have to actively make myself not say please and thank you because it's Tasha, but it hurts me.
Well, so just write down every time that you think you need to say please or thank you, and then when the stream is over, before we cut
say every single one.
You can say thank you, 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 thank you.
Please.
Please, please. Just do it in order. Okay, great. So bear with me just 1 moment while I pull up the stats on that sword. Okay. So identify gives you everything on it, right?
Yeah, to my knowledge. There's some curses that it might not reveal.
Okay,
but I think that depends on the curse.
It's not cursed, so that's
okay.
not. So what you have is a very rare sword that goes by the name of Belzu.
Okay.
Belzu is a sentient 9 live stealer.
Okay. Do I know it?
Don't be concerned with passing any information on to Nairi, because I've already taken the obligation of going and doing that ahead of time. So she has the stats. So don't worry about that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Carrick would now know that this is a sentient 9 live stealer.
Do I know anything about the personality of Belzu?
Yes, you would. Give me 1 moment to get down to that list. I'm great at making things, but terrible at making lists.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel your pain.
I can design 1 million magic items in my head while I'm walking down the street and never record them. Why is it all secret, Mike? Why does it have to be secret? Yeah, so you would actually, with Identify then, you would know all the properties of it. So here we are. So Belzu is a sentient 9 live stealer with an intelligence of 12, a wisdom of 9, and a charisma of 14. It can speak, read, and understand Common, Elven, and Infernal. It has hearing and dark vision out 120 feet. It is chaotic neutral alignment. Additionally, it also has the ability to cast the spell Phantom Steed. That's what you get.
Okay. I will relay that information to Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get anything about like that it's murder happy or any crazy.
Oh no, it's actually the last thing you would get is that its purpose, like the fulfilling purpose that it has in the world, is that it's trying to find its creator in order to figure out why it was created.
Okay. So yeah, I'll fill Tasha in.
What the fuck? A phantom steed?
Yeah, so it's like a magic horse.
It's
Like
a
lasts
really
for a
good
little
magic
bit.
horse.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna take that for a minute. And I take the sword.
Yeah.
How long does it take to attune?
It would take you a short rest
Oh,
to attune
okay.
to it. So after it's attuned, then it might be able to communicate with you.
Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna deal with the dreams, and then I'm gonna deal with the sword. But first, let's talk about. You said you needed to get some stuff. Is that gonna take you long?
So yeah, I mean, we're in a place. There's a lot of dragons here. They may want to know there's a Draco Lich out and about. So kind of my initial thoughts on kind of how to proceed forward is maybe go tell some of the nicer dragon folk that this is going on. See if maybe they have anything they want to kind of put forward to help stop it. Then after that, I gotta go meet up with Curiosity, and he's trying to get some spell components. And I'm kind of also thinking about just popping over to Mechanos and letting them know everything that's going on, and see if maybe any of them can spare any useful spell components, or maybe a few spells that I could copy into a spell book.
All right. I'll go with you to Felix's.
So I mean, okay, here's the thing on that though. Like we're all like super wanted and stuff over there. I don't really want to start a fight. I want to just kind of get in and out.
Well, yeah. If you're, I just need to talk to him is all. I was kind of hoping we'd go back there, but we just sort of left Amalar entirely. So if we can just bamf right into the safe room, we should be fine.
Well, I can't control it like that. So if I teleport there, we're going to show up in the city randomly. I would prefer to use the teleportation circle that we got, because
I can turn invisible, so I don't think people are going to see me. You can fly.
Well, I'm not too worried about that stuff. I was actually just going to go as someone else. I've been kind of fooling around with a spell I picked up in this library here. I think I kind of got it figured out. Remember those guys I put into that like magic prison thing?
Yeah. Those assholes.
Okay, yeah. So I was just going to see if one of them would mind, lending me their body for a little bit. But
what?
Yeah, so I was gonna try and possess him and see if that would use that as a disguise.
So say you possess. Wait, actually possess or just use their appearance?
Actually possess them. Yeah, take their body.
Say you do that. How are you gonna get the stuff from there to here?
I can still teleport stuff. I can still use my.
All right, so you're gonna actually physically go there.
Not all spells. It's a good disguise. As it's not an illusion or anything, you can't see through it. And we know they can see through illusions.
Mm-hmm. So, are you willing to take me there with you or not?
I mean, I am. I'm just it's a little bit of a risk, and I'm kind of, and maybe it would probably kind of help a little bit. I was just gonna wear his ring he gave me to kind of prove it was me, but maybe if you were there, it would help. I don't know,
Mm. As I said, I'll be invisible, and I have my eye. I can,
All
I
right.
can keep an eye on stuff around us.
So here was kind of my thought on it. First try and get some help here because I don't want to waste the spell to come back here after we leave.
Yeah.
So let them know what's going on. Try and see if we can get any help. Then I was thinking pop over to Mechanos because that's people know me there. They know I don't want to show up there as somebody else. Possessing folks won't help there. And then from there, see if one of the guys we captured is okay with, in exchange for being set free when I'm done with all this stuff, letting me possess him for a few hours.
Why wouldn't a person be okay with that?
It's possession. That's a bit intrusive. I don't just force it on people unless
Garrick,
we just really need to. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
That's fucked up. And I like it.
Yeah, well, okay. That's sure. So
You're fun. All right, let's. All right, you go talk to the dragons. I'll sit and.
So I mean,
quiet.
now I can't think anything I would want to do with it right now or anything, but I can do. I got a little bit of spells left in me. You're kind of a caster. Is there anything you think of we should do tonight before it's gone so I don't waste the preparation?
I mean, what do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any,
like the ring or something like that.
Well, I mean, I got my ring of spell storing. It's all full. I already got it full. So
I got mine too, but.
Oh, you got one. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's full. You got stuff in there already and stuff.
Yeah, but what do you have?
So there's a few spells I could do with it. I kind of be up to kind of close to the limit. Out of character, I will explain. I have a 4th level spell slot left and a couple of firsts, so I can fill it.
Yeah, just to skip ahead. No, that's fine because it's fine. It's just leftover spells. We can rest it off.
All right. So if that's the case, if you don't have anything else that needs identifying, we didn't pick anything else up that needed to be identified, did we?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well then I will just anyone who wants wine, I'll just if other people want to drink any of this wine, I will finish off the bottle. I will not finish the bottle by myself if I'm the only one drinking.
Right.
I'll take some. Yeah, I'll take some. Yeah. So I'm just eventually I'm gonna head off back to my bedroll and I'm gonna sort of sit down, cross-legged, and I'm gonna cast Dream on the first target, but That's does Carrick want to do anything before we get into this?
Um,
Or
So wait,
John?
you were talking about you can do it once, and then after a short rest you can do it 3 times. Is there other people?
I can do it twice. I'm gonna cast one on one person, then cast a second on Palm, and then in an hour I can cast it again because I get my spell slots back.
Okay. I would suggest we do it to Felix, so he knows we're planning to see him tomorrow. And do you need to know the person, or do you just need to be able to name the person?
I need to know the person. I would know Pomegranate. I should have met him, them. Mike, what was Pomegranate's pronouns?
Oh, it's a him.
Okay. So yeah, I would have met him. I wouldn't. I would be able to cast it on him. I can cast it on Felix, but my priority still stands. So I'm not gonna cast. Like I'm gonna the first person. I can only cast one dream on someone we know. So Palm or Felix. Which one do you want first?
I don't care. If
Why do you want to contact Felix?
just to let him know that we're coming tomorrow and like fill him in on the details, so we
Alright.
know where to meet him.
Okay.
If there's multiple dreams that can be cast, if you could store one, I could do a dream to someone in Mechanos.
I can store it in your ring. It's a
Put it
5th
in the ring.
level.
Yeah, if you could do that after the short rest,
Yep.
I'm willing to, let out the my animate objects, and then I could send a message to my dad and let him know we're coming.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm good to go.
Okay. So what's Joron doing outside?
Well, I have one of my old books, and I'm frantically flipping through it, reading certain parts.
Which book?
One of the ones that were read to me as a kid.
Okay,
about
like a children's story.
Yeah, about knights and stuff.
Okay. Trying to get some sort of insight?
Maybe.
Okay. You're reading outside for about 30 minutes when the door creaks open and Amy sticks her head out. Joran?
Amy?
Can we talk?
We're just talking. Oh, I guess you.
I'm really sorry about what happened. I don't want there to be anything harmful between us. Maybe it's just the trip, how it's been so far. Maybe it's something else.
Yep, maybe. That's it. Yeah, might be right.
Huh.
There are no hard feelings because I don't. Like you.
I like you. I'm going to go get some sleep. It's been a while.
Okay.
If you need to talk more, you know where to find me.
Okay. Yep. Thanks.
She heads back inside and walks back up to the second floor. And you two hear a door slam.
Well, I find my bedroll and keep reading my book, and after a while just fall asleep with like the book on my face.
Okay. How late are you going to stay up, Carrick?
Not very late. I'll wait until after I can do the dream spell.
Okay.
Because I got to make sure I do that while it's Mechanos nighttime.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so what is Tasha sending, and to whom is she sending it first?
Okay, so Tasha's gonna go into trance, and she is going to focus on casting the spell to her mother.
Okay.
First of all. Now, when I cast this, it doesn't so much send a message as it can make the messenger appear in the dream of the target.
Mm-hmm.
It can actually do other things to it too, but I'm not gonna give my mother a fucking heart attack. So, I'm gonna, first of all, I'm going to just sort of, first, do I sense that she's asleep? Because I would know that. I would know if she's asleep or not.
She's asleep.
Okay. In the dream, I'm going to create the familiar home. Maybe like low light, some candlelight, torchlight, that kind of thing. Or maybe even just the fireplace. And I'm going to sort of have her stand facing it. And then I'm going to appear from behind her, and I'm going to walk with audible footsteps and wait until, like, she hears them. And I'm just going to walk up to her.
Okay.
Hi, Mama.
Oh, it's so good to see you home.
Yeah, it's good to be here. How are the kids doing? How's Hawks?
They're doing quite well, actually. Yes. And he's a fantastic man, but he definitely has his days. Last night, he kept me up all night telling me fishing stories. You know when you can tell somebody's lying and you just don't have the heart to tell them that you know?
That it makes them happy telling the story.
It hasn't rained in Amalar in about 2 years, so there's really not any bodies of water to go fishing in. I know that when he says he's going fishing, he's really going out to the tavern. But it makes him happy to think that, you know, I'm not worried about him.
But are you?
Only a little.
Is everything alright at home?
Why do you ask?
You wouldn't be worried about this, and I'm just wondering if there's a reason why he's leaving. Obviously, there's got to be a reason he's going to a tavern and not telling you about it. Yeah, he would tell you if the... And I stop. I don't want to upset her anymore.
Tasha.
I just...
Tasha,
Mama.
Hux is not your father. He comes home. He's good. He takes care of us. If the worst lie he likes to tell me is that he had 5 drinks when he had 10, then I think I found a good man.
You're right. I want you to be happy, Mama.
I'm happier now than I have been in a while. Though I wish I could see you more. But
Here I am.
I won't press that. You're a busy, busy person. I know you have many obligations now. Look at what you've done already.
Piss a lot of people off and go on an adventure with a friend who also pisses people off, but sometimes not.
She takes one hand and brushes it through your hair, putting it behind your ear. No. No. You've always been stubborn. But now, look at you. You are so amazing. You have grown up to be the strong, powerful woman I always hoped. And while it hurts to go so long without seeing you, it brings me great joy to know that someone out gets to. You are a treasure. Any person would be blessed to have.
Thank you,
And
Mama.
the next time you come home, I want you to tell me about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Good. Now, what has brought you this way?
Well, considering I haven't sent you any letters in almost, a good part of a year, I thought I might just come say hi. Do know this is real. This is not just a dream. You're gonna wake up from this. You will remember all of this, but this is not a dream. I'm here. So yeah, I wanted to just see you. This is the first moment I've had in a while. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything was good, that you were still okay.
Things are good. Good enough. It's a hard time in our world right now, but it's harder still inside the city. At least we don't have to deal with constant uprising, fighting, stealing. Those of us that are able to edge out a living off the land, we live pretty quiet. But it's a good life.
That's good. Well, I'll just have you know that, it's been quite an adventure for me and Curiosity. We've been good. Things have been good. Everything's been just so perfect.
You're still traveling around with that little one.
Yeah. Yeah. They're stuck with me. Yeah, everything.
Somehow I find it hard to believe that you're the one that's getting into more trouble.
There hasn't been a lot of trouble. Now everything's been quiet, actually. It's just been a long, long journey.
Tasha.
What? Alright, look, okay, so we fight. You know, we know how to fight. We can fight some assholes, but aside from that, I mean, it is what it is. It's just a journey.
Tasha. Language.
Alright, let me rephrase that. We fight some assholes and we kill them. Well, we don't kill them. We just if they make us kill them, we kill them, but we, you know, curiosity, morals. Everything's fine.
Right. She shakes her head at you, smiling this wistful smile. I don't know what I expected, bringing you up inside of a tavern instead of a palace like you deserve.
No, that's not. If you live inside a palace, you don't know what's out there. You only care about what's inside your head. So, I'm glad. I should probably go, but I want you to know that this won't be the last time you'll hear from me this way. And I will, well, maybe I won't haunt your dreams often, but I will send you letters when I can. I will be in touch, and I will try and visit soon.
Oh, little blackbird. Listen close. I dream of you every night. This night is no. It's good to hear from
You too, Mama. I will see you soon, okay?
Absolutely.
Send the kids my love and tell them that their owlbear feathers are coming soon, I promise.
Oh, I will tell them. They will be absolutely. And then the dream ends.
Just abruptly? Just like that?
Yep.
Do I know if she woke up? Okay. Sure, I just sort of sit there for a second. I then close my eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
This time I concentrate on pomegranate.
Okay.
And I don't know much about where to like a familiar place to put both of us, so I just sort of, first of all, is he asleep?
He is not asleep.
Then I will wait for the rest of the hour. Keep my, well, not the hour. Actually, I'll wait maybe like another 30 or so minutes and see if he does fall asleep.
Okay.
And if he does, then I will continue. If not, then I will snap out of it, take my short rest.
No, he does not go to sleep.
Okay. Alright, then I snap out of it and I go take my short rest.
Okay. Anybody doing anything right now? You're sleeping, Carrick.
I'm just waiting for that dream spell to get cast in my Ring of Spell Storing.
Okay. And then I guess that means that everyone is taking a break for a while. Are you still up in the observatory, Carrick?
Yeah, and if there's no one else around, I've probably stopped drinking and I'm just playing around with using the observatory to look at the city.
Okay. As you're up there, what's your passive perception?
23.
Oh yeah, you're well off. You hear the very faint chime of a bell.
From where?
It's over to the right. It sounds like it's coming from behind one of the bookshelves.
All right, I will pull a wand of magic missile
Okay.
and remage armor myself and go investigate.
Carrick's like, fuck this. Okay. Roll investigation.
Okay. Where's my... Helps if I have my freaking character sheet. 18.
Okay. As you investigate the area that you think the sound came from, you can't tell where it came from exactly, but your investigation yields something that seems off to you. The bookshelf that you have come to, there are scrape marks on the floor that show that it's been moved over about 6 feet to the left.
Okay. How big's the bookshelf?
I mean, it's a standard size bookshelf. It's like, 8 or 9 shelves. Looks like it's made out of solid wood. About maybe 9 feet tall, about 2.5 feet wide.
All right. Well, it's about to be gone from my ring anyways. So I'll use my ring to cast animate objects.
Okay.
And animate the well, first I'll kind of lay out my my tailor's tools, like my shears and stuff. And I'll animate the bookshelves. The bookshelf, how is that count as a medium or a large or?
It's a large.
Okay. So I think that takes up 2 of my 8. It may be more than that.
By large, do you mean venti?
Counts as 4. Okay. So 4, I'll get a couple of pairs of shears and then like a couple of needles animated as well. And I'll just have the bookshelf move out of the way.
Okay, great. Yeah, the bookshelf sort of Humpty Dumpty walks its way over to the side for you, revealing 2 things. First is a messaging tube. Secondly, beside the tube is a large, dark wooded door with a brass knob. The bell that chimed was a message coming in through the tube.
All right, I will.
Tubular.
I'll open the door.
Okay. You open the door up and you find yourself looking into what looks to be a private study. There are shelves that sort of haphazardly dot the walls. They don't look as though they've been leveled. They look quite skewed. There's a desk with a return as soon as you enter in, and there are several filing cabinets that are sort of pulled open and looks as though they've been rummaged around in. The desk has 2 drawers on either side and 1 drawer in the center. And there is a window in here, a very small one, that looks out into the rest of the city, that appears to be made of a thicker green glass. The odds and ends that decorate the top of the desk are, there's some papers, there's a letter opener, there's a candle, there's an inkwell and some ink. There's a quill. There's a couple of brass gears. There's a large sort of astrolabe, and there's a pipe and a tin of pipe tobacco and a journal.
Okay. I only have animate objects up for a minute, so I'm going to do a quick sweep of the room just to make sure I'm alone.
Okay, yeah, it's a small room. It's maybe like 5 by 5.
Oh, okay, so it's tiny. It's a closet, basically.
Yeah, like it's essentially like a walk-in closet. It's a little bit bigger than a standard closet.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just do a quick sweep. Check the, kind of go back out in the doorway and have the animated objects kind of move around and make sure there's nothing in the observatory that's invisible.
No, everything seems legit. It's very straightforward.
I will put the wand back up and check the message.
Okay. The tubular device that's inside of the pneumatic tube is sealed with a wax seal that you can cut real easy, thumbnail or whatever. And when you do, it folds open, and inside is a small wooden box that's been painted red.
Did I recognize the seal?
Yes, you did. The seal is a seal for Mechanos, the college.
Okay.
There's a small box that's painted red, and the box is wrapped in some twine with a small card that bears the same seal as, or not, it's not sealed, but it bears the same marking as the seal that was on the outside of the container.
Okay. I will open it. You said there's a card?
Yes, the card.
I'll check the card first, make sure there's nothing written on it.
Okay, on one side it has the sigil for the Wizards College of Mechanos. On the reverse side is a letter from your father.
Okay.
We found this while we were sorting through some things in one of the observatories of the late Dr. Phineas T. Goldmeyer. It looks like the kind of thing that you might want to carry around. Little bauble. Hopefully, it reaches you in good health. If not, that seal on the outside probably gave somebody the shock of a lifetime. Hope you're doing well, Dad.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll pocket the letter.
Okay.
And do I recognize the name?
Phineas T. Goldmeyer?
Yeah.
So Professor Goldmeyer is a transmutationist.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a lot of specific interaction with him. You only knew him as being a gnome of very short temper. A lot of people base that on the idea that he has polymorphed himself into so many things for too many times that his brain is sort of off kilter.
Yeah.
However, he was a collector of antiquities throughout the world. And so he had lots and lots and lots of knickknacks. Anything from magic rings that produced handkerchiefs so you could wipe your nose to bottle openers that would open a bottle from across the room.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I will open the box.
Within the box, you find a long bronze whistle that it has the same shape as some sort of a monstrous beast. The face of it is very clearly carved like an ancient beast of legend that has only been talked about in myth and scroll, known as a Tarask.
Okay. I'll check the box. Does it have anything like is there a card telling me what this thing is?
Inside there is a bunch of shavings of paper in order to keep the thing from knocking around inside there. And you find 2 platinum pieces and an additional card that bears the sigil, not for the College of Wizardry, but for your own family.
Okay.
But other than that, there's nothing.
Okay. So I'll kind of move into the little secret study and spend 10 minutes and do ritual identify on the whistle.
All right. So your findings are in that handout I just presented to the game.
Okay.
You are in possession of a Tarask whistle.
All right. I'll just kind of out loud, Dad. I'm not sure why this made you think of me, but thanks. I guess I'll kind of pull out my notebook and kind of write. I'll go to my to-do list and put on,
do not blow whistle.
I'll put on thank Dad for whistle. And then sub thing to do not blow whistle.
Because a 5% chance is too large a chance.
It's too much. And the whistle will go in the bag of holding.
To be forgotten and never used.
It can't go in a dimmy plane because I might need it.
Happy birthday, David.
Thank you.
All the best from your father in Mechanos.
Yes. So thanks for everyone who voted on the poll to give me a freaking 5% chance to explode the game for several seconds. So yeah, after that until Tasha comes up to give me the or cast a dream in my ring of spell storing, I'll just kind of search this little secret study.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see. What's your investigation score?
So it is plus 12, but if it's a passive, it's plus 17.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, no, it's plus 13, and if it's a passive, it's a plus 18 because my intelligence went up.
Okay, cool. So we'll say, how much time do you plan on spending in this room? Like, can you give me a ballpark as far as time?
I don't know how long it's going to take for Tasha to come up and cast dream into the ring of spell storing. So
An hour.
Yeah, it takes a
So-
short rest, so it's only an hour.
So an hour. I'll
Okay.
spend an hour.
So, okay, so an hour spent in there. Okay. Do diddy dum diddy do. $81. Gee. Where? Cool. So you find there are a lot of letters that look like they've been written by the person that lived in this home before. There's a lot of personal correspondence between them and a party that simply signs the letters V. And you also find about 350 gold pieces throughout the place. Not in any one place, but sort of stashed about.
Okay.
The drawers and to the desk are locked. However, since you spent about an hour looking through everything, I will give you that you end up finding the key inside the tin of tobacco.
Okay.
Within the drawers of the desk, you find a ring of keys and a map of the Rookery. And you also find a receipt from store number 13 for 1 S of M. 1,000 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Now, would you like to take an actual investigation roll here?
Sure.
Okay. Because you may be able to find a little bit more.
All right. So 24.
24. All right. So as you're moving things about and looking around, you accidentally knock the curtain rod off from over the window, and it falls onto the desk, rolls onto the floor, and bumps right up against your shoes. In picking it back up, you find that it is not, in fact, a curtain rod, but is a staff of the Magi.
Okay.
That one is 1,000% not a gift. That was a random roll.
Thank you, random roll gods.
That's just an extra gift. That's a gift from D&D, not from Mike, from D&D.
Right. The game itself gave that to you.
Okay.
So Carrick
Yeah.
walks out of this office, walks downstairs, and goes, "I can fight that Dracolich by myself."
Yeah. Just a fucking bout. All right.
He hasn't wielded a quarterstaff this whole time, so this is a new one.
Yeah, he's just got like a gentleman's walking.
Okay. Yeah, so this this staff, to describe it for you, is about a 6.5 foot tall staff that is made out of wood. But when you touch it, it is cool to the touch. In fact, it has the same weight as though it was made out of like forged steel. There are runes that have been etched along the length of the staff, and at the top of it, it is a sort of a weaving of the wood that has been warped in such a way to look like an actual depiction of a map of the plains. It is not an actual map. It would not be able to guide you, but it's the kind of thing that if you looked at the map of the plains, you'd go like, oh shit, that lines up perfectly.
Okay. So it's like a rough sketch. Like,
Right,
I'm not going to
pretty
be
much.
able to know where I am.
It's like an outline.
Yeah. It's like if like an 8th grader drew like an outline of the United States. I know what
Right,
it is, but it's not helpful.
Right, exactly. Like, you can tell what it is, but you wouldn't want to take a road trip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
Well, this changes everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm a tunin. So I will.
Gonna take a short rest and spend some time with this staff.
Yeah, I will. I guess unattune from my wand of lightning bolts.
Who needs lightning bolts?
Well, this can do lightning bolts too. So
it's got 7 charges of lightning bolt, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Any charges? Okay, wait. So reading it. So yeah, I'll clearly identify it first,
Right, yeah.
too, just so
Yeah.
We're
We're going to go ahead and say that because this is such a legendary item that you're looking at it, and before you even cast Identify on it, you're like, no way, this can't really be the real thing. Surely not.
some the staff of the Magi up in here. So if I'm reading this correctly, it can have up to 50 charges, and the way that I replenish the charges is through absorbing spells. It doesn't just replenish on its own, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
So if I cast Lightning Bolt, it uses 7 of those 50 charges?
That's right.
Okay. How many charges does it have in it at the moment?
It has 50 charges. It is yet to be used once.
Fully charged? Okay.
Hey, dude, like, just thank the RNG gods. That's what it is.
Yeah. 100%. Okay.
It is so fully charged that you just need to touch the staff and it explodes into spells.
Right. It's been waiting this long for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't give
ready.
me.
Oh, skeet magic missile.
I still have my 3 wands of magic missiles, so
Right. Just duct tape those around the length of the staff.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Watch as Carrick now runs into battle.
So
don't worry, guys. I got this.
I will just be attuning to this and like just utter awe when probably found by Tasha.
When Tasha gets upstairs, you're just sitting there with the staff in your hands, giggling.
Just mouth agape, just stare, just occasionally, just be like.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should leave you two alone?
Oh,
Come
hey
on.
there.
Come on, Tasha. Haven't you seen a guy stroke his staff before?
Yeah, but I didn't ask for this.
Never
you,
such an impressive staff.
Please tell me he says that.
No.
Damn it! Make it fun for me. What you doing there, Care?
So yeah, I don't know if you noticed or not, but there's I'm currently in what had previously been a season.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff. Do
Yeah.
you happen to want a wand of lightning bolts by any chance? I don't really need it anymore.
Why not? Get a new big rod, give me the old one.
So I mean, it is an attunement item.
Okay. How does it work? I just hold out my hand to like take it.
I'll give it to Tasha, and just so yeah, so you're attuned to it, right? And then you can, a few times a day make lightning bolts.
Neat wand.
Huh. This tiny thing packs a punch.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So,
Alright.
and I haven't
Yeah,
used it in a
sweet.
while, so it's fully charged.
I bet it is. I'll take it.
All right.
Quick thing. I couldn't get in touch with Pomegranate.
All right.
So, that could be something alarming. It could not. He may just not be asleep. I was assuming he'd be in the Vale, which now would be, a time where people usually would fall asleep, but I don't know. So.
Maybe he passed out with woods and slept for like 2 days, and he woke up, and he's not sleepy anymore.
I can keep trying. Yeah, I don't know. Here, give me a ring.
Right.
Your hand. Alright. I take it, and I cast Dream into the ring. So that he may use it.
You now have Dream in your ring.
All right. Thanks. So I'm gonna get to sleep.
You do you not want to wait? Well, some places are actually light right now. So yeah, you do you. Just make sure you know that the person you're casting this on is actually asleep. Do you know how this works, or do you need me to tell you?
I guess probably go ahead and just give me a rundown. It's been a while since any classes that would have talked about it. So,
all right. So you cast this thing, and you get to control a person's dreams. You can make it good, or you can make it bad. You can even, if you want to cast it on someone you hate, you can make it really awful. You can create what they see. You can make the landscape, the stuff, everything. You can make the dream as you want it to be, and then you can put yourself in there, or you can not. You can just have them have a jolly old time, or you can make them piss themselves. Up to you. There you go.
okay.
You can also concentrate on it for the whole 8 hours you have it on. If they're awake, you'll know. If they're not, then obviously you can do the dream. There you go. And it takes a minute to cast. There you go. That's it.
Okay. Is there I won't be using it to give my dad nightmares or anything. But
Admirable.
is there a benefit to the nightmare aspects of it, or is it just to really just make a guy have a bad day?
It actually really hurts them. Mentally fucks them up a bit.
So I mean, if you got them to go around before you go to sleep for the night, would there be any benefit to maybe doing that to someone like Leon? who we know we're going to have to fight here in the next couple of days. Just
It'll
kind of not let him
disrupt.
get a good night's sleep for a few days.
It'll disrupt it. Yeah, he won't be able to recharge himself.
You know,
Now,
just throwing it out there.
they can, if they're strong enough, if their will is strong enough, they can resist it. But in the off chance that he's a little bitch, you know, it'll work.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you're not using a spell for anything else before you go to sleep, might as well.
Yeah. As a note, out of character, it does prevent the target from gaining any benefit of the rest if it wakes them up. Plus, they take 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
All right. And if you have a piece, like an actual piece of the person's body to use the spell with, they roll those save at the disadvantage.
So just collect hair or toenails from people.
Yeah. You never know when you want to piss them off.
I mean, I think that if you try to just forcibly take my toenails, that would probably piss me off already. Okay. So, are you going to take a long rest now?
I'm casting Dream and then taking a long rest. Because wait, Mechanos, it should still be like before sunrise, right?
Yes.
Because we've only been here for like an hour. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna cast Dream to talk to my dad and fill him in.
Okay. Yeah. So, construct the dreamscape.
Okay. So yeah, just simplicity's sake, I'll just do childhood home.
Okay.
Just
Your father's sitting in his normal chair.
Yeah. He's sitting in his nice chair, kind of around the fire where we would all kind of gather when we were just talking, and I'm sitting in my normal chair.
Okay. I didn't expect to see you this soon.
Oh, you know, thanks a lot for that whistle there.
Well, you know, it's probably going to come in handy for you, handier for you than it would be for me. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't risk the Tarask showing up in the middle of Mechanos. That'd just be awful.
Well, I mean, that's if you believe, you know, I mean, respectively, if you believe the stories about what it's supposed to do. But
someone made an enchantment to make it pop up. I don't, you know, maybe it's not real. I wouldn't take the risk.
I mean, I'm still one of those people that believes that, I mean, if the Tarask existed, you know, respectively, I mean, very humbly, it's likely somebody would have seen it by now. You know, it's one of those things that somebody would know more about it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so you know that's kind of step one on the old agenda there. Step two is I don't know, you know, how informed the college is on these matters or whatnot, but are you paying attention to the situation in the Vale?
I know that we have an emergency meeting tomorrow about the Vale.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. What time is that meeting?
It's supposed to be 9 a.m.
All right, which isn't. I'll probably miss the meeting. I'm a few hours behind you here, so I'm about to go to sleep.
Oh, right. Of course.
So just a real quick, you know, kind of review. We've been. I'm kind of traveling with some folks. You met. No, you didn't meet. Sean. So I'm kind of traveling with some. You know. Kind of got together. I met Joran for a little bit, but there's kind of been some prophecy stuff going on. You know me, I'm not big into divination. But, you know, kind of thought that, hey, that, you know, and then like almost immediately we see a Draco Lich and flying overhead. I scry on the thing and it's attacking the Vale, and then all the druids just are like unconscious and we can't wake them up.
Are you sure? I mean, and I mean it
100%. It's Orgrimmar.
I mean it in the nicest of fashions, but are you sure that they aren't just like drunk off their own elderberry wine?
They all fell down simultaneously. Cannot be woken up through any medicines. Clerics have been involved. Hundreds of them.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a thing. I saw the Draco Lich with my own eyes. I know that's kind of crazy. Right now, we're kind of operating on the assumption that it's Orgrimmar, based off we talked to some people, did some description stuff. But it's just the last guy. So I'm not 100% that it's him. It could be a new one. Who knows?
Your father pulls out his handy pocket journal and begins to write down the name Orgrimmar. Is that with 2 R's or 3 R's? There's a lot of R's I feel like are in that.
Oh yeah, it's ORRGRYMIR. So I mean, total of 4 R's.
Okay, well, I'll have our people look into it and see if there's anything we can find. It's been quite a long while since the last time that anybody's seen a Drekulich.
Yeah, that's that's kind of what I remember. I don't remember exact details on it, but I remember kind of learning about it a little bit.
Well, yeah, there was Misfis. Misfis, wasn't that big a deal though, because while it was a Drekulich, it was like a large sized creature. It was not very big. I mean, it was no bigger than a cart. But
yeah,
if this thing is as real as it seems, it's not some sort of illusion or something like that.
No, I mean the illusion wouldn't be able to do kind of damage.
That is unfortunate, but also extremely interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, here's kind of my thoughts on it, though. If it's attacking something like the Veil, and it's such a source of divine power. I'd be afraid that it might be sources of arcane power as well. So, yourself over there in Mekanos and Gormator as well. Probably people need to watch out. If you could send word to, I got a friend. I think you met her before. One of the times you visited, Jillian Good.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in the kind of trade bureaucracy over there. It's not like that's necessarily her job, but she knows people. She can get the word out.
Okay. Yes. Right.
And then the other thing is, I'm gonna try and stop by tomorrow. Like I said, I'm kind of traveling with the group. We're trying to kind of stop this whole Dracolich thing. We think we got a guy who can help with it, but he's kind of being hunted right now by some like criminal organization stuff. So we got to save him, then we got to go stop the Dracolich. I'm kind of looking for spell components and spells. If anyone's got any if anyone's got any diamond dust or valuable gems they'd be willing towards the efforts of stopping this thing, I'd appreciate it. I can't really buy a lot right now because we've been doing a lot of running around. I can purchase if needed.
No, I. You know how things are around here. Sometimes components go missing from storage, but they end up showing back up later.
True. Yeah. Good.
So yeah. It's for a good cause, so I'm not worried that much.
And then if any, I'm looking for a couple of spells and a few spells in particular. If it's kind of a lower kind of thing, but if anyone's willing to let me look at their notes on the sending spell, that would be appreciated. Now that I'm kind of traveling with the folks, I figure being able to contact them might be a good thing.
Okay.
And then if Dr. Eversharp, if she'd be willing to, if she's got any notes on like anti-magic kind of fields or mental wardings of kind of higher persuasions, I'd be willing to pay to look at those notes if she needs. Those would be kind of that's dipping into her own research there quite a bit. Those are powerful kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's a funny thing, how since you've been gone, they've put me in charge of research grants.
Oh, that's huge. Congratulations.
I mean, it's big, but it's more work and less pay. But it is what it is. I'm quite pleased with it as it is, though. Thank you for saying so. Now, what I can guarantee for you is I can definitely put together some components, but it might be hard to get the spells to you. We might have to wait until you get closer.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna teleport in tomorrow.
Oh. Absolutely. No problem at all. Yeah, I'll make sure that everything gets put together. It's going to be just exactly what you need. I guarantee it. Thank you.
And then if you're in charge of research grants and whatnot, if anyone wants to, I'm going to be going to sleep, pretty soon. If anyone wants to find an ancient elvish city that's filled with dragons, just to the wall to wall. Scry on me. I'm currently sleeping there, so that could maybe kind of pay forward some of the favors people would be doing me, is give them some access to this. I've been here for, me and Jordan's been almost a year over here, kind of tooling around, doing some research and whatnot. But
that is fantastic. Then, yeah, that would definitely pay for more than a few things. I will bring that up at our meeting.
All right. I can't think anything. Oh, the guy that's going after, I don't know if anyone would have heard of him, but just so you know, he goes by the name of Leon. He runs a criminal organization out of Amalar. Just kind of, if anyone's...
He starts to write that down as well.
And, yeah, I've been to Amalar. I can debrief a little bit tomorrow, but, Amalar is not in great spot either. It looks like it's going to be at war with Pretoria. They got kind of a corrupt king involved. So, a lot of stuff going on worldwide.
That is terrible. Pretoria, they're ruthless. They don't normally take prisoners.
Oh, you see, I didn't know that. So that puts the de-escalate war. I should probably put that up higher on my de-escalate war. Okay,
Are you sure that, respectfully, are you sure that you're not taking too much under your own wing? I mean, you're a gifted student, lad, and I trust you with my life, but I fear that, isn't this outside of your purview?
I mean, to an extent, yeah. That's a bit of the point, though, is to, I've kind of been just, doing the city living thing for so long, kind of safe studying, just get out, test the skills a little bit, stretch the legs.
All right. Well, you'll still be stopping here first, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop there, then I'm going to maybe possess a guy and teleport over to Amulet. But,
oh, okay. Anybody I know?
No, he's just some kind of asshole we put into a demi plane. I mean, we got in a fight with some corrupt guards, and they were gonna turn us in and stuff. So we just shoved them in a demi plane, kind of leave it for later. So I figure pop over there. We can decide, put them into probably some more legal accommodations.
I once did the same thing with a whole boat full of fishermen. They were quite rude.
Oh, really? The boat too, or just the fishermen?
Well, it was mostly the fishermen. I got the first half of the boat.
Oh, that's already pretty impressive. Like I said, I'll pop over there tomorrow. You can meet everybody.
All right, fantastic. And if you're dead set on going over there and helping out with, the conflict, I'll make sure that I pack a few extra things that might help along the way as well.
Oh, much appreciated. Yeah. I found a bunch of letters and stuff here from like this ancient elven city stuff. So again, another thing, if anyone wants to kind of, if it helps pay for any favors anyone's doing, they, plenty of historical research.
The scholars would love to have that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll rendezvous, and I'll be sure that we trade off things, and I'll put you in connection with the right kind of people.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Sorry to bother you. I'll let you get back to your normal dreaming there. So yeah, love you, Dad. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yes, absolutely. I love you as well, son. You have a good rest of your day.
All right, and then I'll stop the dream.
Right, good lad. That
one. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have like 1 minute worth of things I want to do.
Like in the game or just otherwise?
In the game.
All right. What are we doing?
I'm gonna cast Dream twice more with the 2 remaining spell slots. The first one, just you wait, Tom. The first one's gonna not go to Tom, but go to him.
Okay.
And it's gonna. I'm not gonna be in it. The letter that I wanted to send to him would instead be on a table in his room, next to him, and it would have been just delivered. It would have
sweet blackmail pictures.
I was thinking about the seal, but no, it won't have the seal on it. Sorry, Viking. It will. It'll just Huh?
I said the Wu-Tang Clan symbol.
No, my symbol. But no, it won't. It'll just be a plain letter. And yeah, the one that I sent you.
Okay.
He'll see that, except on it, will like the actual stuff that I crossed out that I sent you, like just the place, the names of the place, like things that you would cross out when you feel like people might check the mail that you don't want them to see, that kind of stuff. They're not crossed out, but mostly everything else, all the awkward mistakes are still kind of there. And yeah, that's just gonna be it. First of all, is he awake?
He's not. He's asleep.
Okay, good. Then yeah, I guess I stick around for just a few minutes just to see his reaction as he reads it.
Yeah, he sort of dancily trumps across the floor, a bottle in one hand and a spyglass in the other, and sets the spyglass down and picks up the letter and holds it up to the light so that he can see what it is, and sets the bottle down and opens it and begins to sort of softly read it to himself. Girl, you're going to be the greatest and most terrible thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know where you are, but I know you're watching. So let me give you something worth watching. And I'll leave the rest up to your imagination.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'll take me a while to wake up from that. Because the last casting of dream I was gonna do was on Joran.
Quite different.
Quite different.
Never mind. How long can the dream last? Can I just stay in the dream then?
See, I didn't want to get into the dream so that wouldn't happen, but then it did. So eventually, when I do leave the dream, this is what Joran's gonna see. It's gonna be a field, bright green. Okay? I need my sleep, so I do leave at some point.
Right,
it's
right.
Bright green field, like beautiful. Like the most
preparing another casting of dream.
Another minute, because I still have one left.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, beautiful field, great sun in the sky and everything, except he's gonna see ghosts flying about wearing bright colors. He's gonna see bunnies with beer bottles for arms, jumping about. He's gonna see owlbears, except it's the wrong halves. It's gonna be the body of an owl and the head of a bear.
Okay.
And he's gonna be seeing more animals that are wrong, like a dog walking about, except where his head is the tail end, and where his tail is the head end. But he's still walking that way, so facing the tail. And eventually, all of the animals are gonna come to Joran and like lift him into the sky and chant "Long live the king" over and over again. And yeah, I'm just gonna make it really weird.
Okay.
Because he was spooked so easily by the ghost Tasha that I just feel like I'm not gonna fuck with his sleep. I'm not gonna fuck with his sleep, but I am gonna give him something to remember. And then I go to sleep.
Awesome. So Joran, you're greeted by that.
Cool.
Now, how long does that dream last?
As long as it needs to.
Okay.
Eventually I'll say it'll simmer down and go into like regular dreams where it's like regular weird. But I do want that to be remembered.
Okay, awesome. All right. So everyone beds down for the night? Is that the idea then? Okay. Officially taking a long rest as a party for the first time in a while.
Oh, thank God.
The spellcasters are like, yay!
Uh-huh.
I didn't even
Finally
take
get my luck back.
damage. Like, oh my god.
I mean, I never did either, but
Spells. Who needs?
When you awaken, after your 8 hours of rest, you are greeted by the smell of smoke. And that's where I'm going to call game.
Cool.
Aw, come on.
all right.
Join us next week when we see whether or not they are all on fire.
Obviously we are, because we're just that hot of a group. I'm done.
Right. Does anybody have any announcements they want to squeak in at the end?
Yes, so, art, as I promised. As you can tell, maybe, there are a couple of them already up on the Natural Ruckus Twitter, and the last two are going to be up real soon. Just stay tuned for that. But yeah, these are the people in this Second Breakfast Club group, so go check it out. So far, we have Curiosity and Joran out. Stay tuned for Carrick and then Tasha.
Awesome. Well, I hope that that everybody else is looking forward to it as much as I am. Now, Monday, we have Clouds Over Sharn, correct?
Yep.
So catch us back here Monday. And then we also have a Call of Cthulhu game that we're going to be playing in celebration of Halloween on Tuesday the 30th. So if you want to tune in and watch me terrorize a bunch of very nice people with some very terrible monsters, that's the time to do it. Same time as usual. We'll post out details here soon with all of the pertinent information.
Yeah, and before we call it, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us, going through this, and just, yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Showing up and taking part and for watching us.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're that extra invisible player at the end of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it, right, Mike? You weren't going to say anything else.
I think that's it. I hope that Jade is having a great time at Comic-Con. It's too bad that they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be here next time. As always.
Just a quick note. Daylight savings. Who knows when it's going to kick in? Just keep your eyes on the Twitter and stuff for any postings for time changes and all that.
Awesome. Yeah. And as always, my name is Mike, and I will be your GM.
Okay, bye, bitches.